evening rush in northwest Toronto. Bus after bus, passengers piling on board.
Please wear a mask or face covering when riding the TTC.
Through those reflections, see them crammed together. Physical distancing impossible, and with the virus's resurgence, heightened anxiety. Raquel Tomlinson braves the crowds every day on her way to work.
I'm disappointed in the TTC system and the government. They should be doing something about this. They should be recognizing that people's lives are at danger.
This is what the inside of those buses looks like. Scenes captured by frustrated passengers, some posted on social media to pressure authorities. Samuel Kisitu, reliant on the bus, worries colder weather will only make the crowding worse.
If you want to sit, you have no chance. But even when you stand, you have no breathing space.
Concern here not just over the crowds, but also the troubling reality that this area, northwest Toronto, is the city's hardest hit by COVID. There have been more cases in this pocket of the city than anywhere else. Still, many here have no choice but to ignore their fears and cram inside. It's the only way they can get to work.
It's not always going to be possible on all routes at all times to have that distance.
The Toronto Transit Commission has added 110 extra buses to increase service, but as the overcrowding in some areas continues, it has yet to bring back all the staff it laid off earlier in the pandemic, citing inadequate demand across the system overall.
So one of the things that we're saying to people is if there's a vehicle that's uncomfortably crowded, like if there are more people than you're comfortable with, step off and wait for the next one. That's not an ideal solution, but it is an option that people will have. But our focus is on getting buses out there where they're needed most.
These protesters in East Toronto are calling on the province to boost transit funding.
We demand that the provincial government wake up.
Jennifer Robinson's son has a respiratory condition, too worried now to take the bus.
I would love for them to come out here and try it. I'd love for the politicians to take the buses themselves. I'd love for them to have the same feeling that people who, are immigrants or in lower paying jobs feel.
Rashev Brown, a grocery worker, knows that feeling all too well, walking to his bus stop at 5 a.m. Brown's mother is asthmatic. Every day he's scared he'll bring the virus home.
I come home, I gotta make sure that I take my clothes off right away by the door. And my mom also is an essential job, so it's like we don't even have a choice to stay home. So we gotta really just watch how we navigate the lines in terms of bringing income in, but at the same time staying safe.
A difficult balance now, one set to become more precarious as cases rise and winter looms. Ellen Morrow, CBC News, Toronto.